Sarah Jessica Parker, at 59 years old, still uses the same styling tricks that made Carrie Bradshaw look tall and elegant. The secret was not in 12-centimeter heels. It was in the color of the shoes. When you look in the mirror and your legs seem to have shrunk, the culprit is not age. It is the wrong color on your feet. There is a science behind colors that lengthen the silhouette, and costume professionals have used this principle for decades. Stay with me until minute 2. You will see in the mirror how your leg grows without changing clothes. I will deliver what to wear today. Your personal nude, the navy that replaces black, and the dark column that slims in cold weather. 3 specific colors create an immediate optical illusion. They turn ordinary legs into runway legs. Which of these 3 colors do you have more of at home today? Nude, navy, or dark? But here is the problem. Many women choose exactly the colors that shorten the leg. The nude test that works for actresses of different ages can revolutionize your wardrobe as well. Because elegance has no age, it has strategy. If you are tired of feeling short when you look in the mirror, subscribe, activate the bell, and leave a like. Each like shows me that you value intelligent elegance as much as I do. Now tell me, which color do you suspect is sabotaging your legs? The great myth of the universal nude. For years, the idea of a universal nude became popular. In practice, every skin has its own. At events, it is common to see the transformation when someone finds her own nude. The leg seems to gain centimeters overnight. The right nude speaks to your skin undertone, like an intimate conversation between 2 old friends. When that happens, the human eye cannot distinguish where the leg ends and the shoe begins, therefore creating a continuous visual line that instantly lengthens your silhouette. Styling professionals use a simple trick. Bring the shoe close to the inside of the wrist. If the color disappears, it is the right tone. If the color blurs little marks and does not create a border between skin and shoe, you are close to your nude. If a cutting line appears at the transition, the tone is too cool or too warm for you. Quick tip. If in doubt for today, wear sand or greige and confirm with a photo taken at 3 meters at the end. But here is the problem. Discovering your undertone is not obvious. Jewelry test. Place a silver piece near the face, then a gold one, which makes your skin look more luminous. If silver makes you more radiant, your undertone is cool. If gold looks better, your undertone is warm. If both work well, you have a neutral undertone. White paper test. Take a white sheet of paper and hold it to your face in natural light. Observe which color your skin reflects on the paper. If it pulls to pink or bluish tones, your undertone is cool. If it pulls to peach or golden tones, your undertone is warm. If it sits in the middle, you have a neutral undertone. Vein test. Look at the veins on your wrist in natural light. If they appear more bluish or purplish, you have a cool undertone. If they look more greenish, you have a warm undertone. Do the tests in natural light, without makeup. If you use self-tanner or dye, repeat 2 days later. On dark skin, the most elegant nudes are often cocoa, cinnamon, and deep bronze. For cool undertones, choose soft rose or rosy taupe. If your undertone is warm, prefer light caramel. If it is neutral, use the foolproof sand. Fast rule. If the shoe stands out in contrast in photos, darken or warm up one tone. Suede softens. Smooth leather stands out. If it popped in the photo, step down one tone in the same material. 60-second experiment. Wear the same outfit and test 3 pairs, the nude of your undertone, navy, and dark. Take one photo at 3 meters of each. The right one disappears into the look. The wrong one pops in the image. And if color lengthens by tone, shape lengthens by geometry. This is where many people go wrong. The secret geometry of elegant shoes. Architects know that vertical lines make buildings look taller, but most women ignore the same rule on their own feet. It is common to believe that comfort and elegance are enemies. Therefore, we created an entire generation wearing shoes that cut the leg line like a visual guillotine. The shoe neckline works exactly like the neckline of a blouse. The lower it is, the more it lengthens the silhouette. But here is the paradox. While Charlotte York wore rounded toe pumps in Sex and the City and looked forever petite next to her friends, she could have gained instant centimeters by switching to a slightly V-shaped toe. When I say vamp or neckline, I mean the opening that leaves the instep visible. A low vamp creates a visual arrow that directs the gaze upward, therefore lengthening the leg in a mathematical way. It is pure geometry applied to elegance. Even seated, compare a high-rounded vamp with a lower vamp and V-toe. The V keeps the visual arrow that lengthens. Shoes with a low vamp create a continuous line from the shin to the floor, while a high vamp breaks that visual harmony like an abrupt interruption. An almond toe lengthens without crushing the toes. A front strap in Mary Jane style is charming, but it usually cuts the line. Use it with midi skirts and dark tights. The slightly tapered toe works like a conductor leading a visual orchestra. It guides the eye on a perfect ascending line. Take a seated photo to test. A low vamp keeps your legs elongated even in this challenging position, but a high vamp makes even the most beautiful legs look shortened and dull. Sensitive feet. Look for an almond toe with a toe box 1 centimeter wider, side elastic, and a non-slip sole. You keep the V that lengthens without squeezing. The obsession with very high heels made us forget that a low block heel can be infinitely more intelligent. There is a third secret that can turn any basic shoe into a tool of elegance, even those you already have in the closet. And when color and shape work together, the color column is born. It is the formula that cinema has used for decades. The optical trick that cinema has used for decades. Celebrity stylists apply a principle that any art teacher teaches in 5th grade. Continuous vertical lines create height. The fashion industry complicated something extremely simple, but the secret is the color column that connects your feet to the rest of the body, therefore turning you into an elongated version of yourself. Many stylists discovered behind the scenes that shoes in tones close to the clothes made legs look longer on camera. Therefore, this formula became a rule on film sets. The trick is to fool the human brain so that it reads an unbroken vertical line from the ankle to the head. 2-tone rule. Choose shoes up to 2 tones away from the pants or tights. Working examples. Dark jeans with navy shoes, beige pants with sand shoes, black tights with black shoes. These are formulas that work like pure mathematics. Smart exception to black. If you want to wear black with a bare leg, combine a low vamp with a V-toe and, on cold days, matte black tights. The line stays continuous. Avoid shiny skin tone tights. Prefer black, graphite, or matte sand to maintain the column. In brown looks, the elegant column is born with chocolate or cinnamon plus caramel boots. A navy midi dress with navy pumps, a black pencil skirt with black pumps, straight dark jeans with navy loafers, a cinnamon knit dress with light caramel boots, graphite gray pants with grayish slingbacks. Each combination creates this infallible illusion. Winter plaid in gray and blue, navy on the feet. How to get navy right. Prefer deep navy, almost black, without purple. Test in natural light. If it disappears next to dark denim, it is the right tone. Off-white with bare leg. Your personal nude wins. Skirt with boots. Leave the hem 1 to 2 centimeters above the top of the boot or cover the boot well. Half height cuts the leg. Lean shopping list that works year-round. Nude of your undertone, suede if you want softness. Deep navy for denim, plaids, grays, and blues. Dark matte, graphite, or black for the winter column. With these 3, you cover office, casual, and events without error. But there is a mistake that many people make when trying to build this color column, and it can ruin the entire look. The silent saboteurs of your elegance. Stylists quickly identify what is destroying your silhouette, and the culprits are the same elegance assassins that you probably have in your closet right now. The industry sold us the idea that contrast equals sophistication. Therefore, we created an army of women wearing exactly what makes them look smaller and dull. The first criminal is the brutal contrast between skin and shoe, that black pump you love with a light dress. It is common to see that black shoes cut legs visually, but when the shift to tones close to the undertone happens, the transformation is perceptible. The solution is to choose colors that converse with your skin. Personalized nude, soft caramel, rosy taupe. Any tone that creates harmony instead of visual war. The second saboteur is thick ankle straps that act like elegant shackles. Pen rule. Use a pen as your measure when buying. Straps thicker than a pen break the leg line. Thinner ones lengthen. The solution is delicate straps, almost imperceptible, that support without interrupting the visual flow of the leg. The third villain is a heavy black sole, contrasting with light skin. It is like wearing anchors on your feet. Light sole. On light skin, prefer soles in neutral upper tones or translucent soles. They avoid visual anchors. A metal toe cap creates a period on the foot. Use it only when the look is very clean and monochrome. The solution is soles in neutral tones, beige, or even transparent, which create visual lightness instead of weight. But there is a fourth mistake that is even more devastating, and you probably make it every day without noticing. The logo dictatorship that is destroying your elegance. Luxury brands discovered that women pay more to be walking billboards, but here is the cruel irony. The bigger the logo on the shoe, the shorter your leg appears. We confuse ostentation with sophistication, therefore we turn our feet into advertising panels that shout insecurity instead of whispering elegance. The human eye works like a scanner. It searches for stopping points, and each logo, giant buckle, or rivet is a stop sign on your leg line. When you put on the full look, observe where your eye stops first in the mirror. If it stops at the buckle or logo of the shoe, instead of your overall silhouette, you have too many elements competing for attention. At events, it is clear that shoes with flashy hardware and evident logos break visual harmony. When the shift to clean models with V-toes happens, the difference is notable. Legs appear to have grown visually. One point of light, clean toes, and at most a micro-buckle with a satin finish. If the bag already has metal, leave the shoe plain. If the shoe has the micro-buckle, keep the bag without hardware. That way the leg line does not break. Metals by undertone. Brushed gold for warm undertones, silver or platinum for cool undertones, champagne or nickel for neutral undertones. Which is yours? If you want a larger logo, use it in a monochrome look without other hardware. The line remains fluid. Count how many attention-grabbing details exist on your shoe, logo, buckle, contrast stitching, rivets. If it goes over 2 elements, you're creating visual noise that shortens the leg. Rich textures that speak softly are the formula. Real luxury appears when you remove elements, not when you add noise that breaks the leg into pieces. But there is a final trick that can save even the flashiest shoe you already own, and it costs nothing. The secret that separates real elegance from cheap imitation. The difference between an elegant woman and a woman trying to look elegant is in details no one teaches: maintenance. Disposable culture convinced us that shoes are temporary, but true sophistication appears when your 3-year-old shoes look new, therefore revealing a level of care that money cannot buy, only discipline. Many stylists discovered that wearing the same pair of shoes to different events was not a sign of thrift, but of stylistic intelligence. Impeccable shoes became part of the visual signature of many personalities, and the secret was the maintenance routine that turned basic pieces into silent luxury. One simple kit solves 90% of problems: a suede brush, colorless conditioner, protective spray, and cedar shoe trees. Before conditioning colored shoes, always test on a hidden area to ensure the product will not alter the color. The routine is mathematical. Clean when you arrive home, condition when needed, place 1 drop of water on the leather. If it absorbs quickly, it is dehydrated. Protect periodically, and always store with shoe trees for 24 hours. Objective signals: drop of water. If it vanished quickly, dehydrated leather, condition it. Squeak in the heel. Replace the heel tips. Outsole beginning to wear. Replace before it punctures, it keeps the line clean. 24 hours with shoe trees. Do not repeat the same pair on consecutive days. Rest with cedar shoe trees restores structure. Rotate. 2 to 3 pairs for the week, alternating days. In humid regions, use silica sachets inside the box or closet. Avoid coconut oil and homemade products. They leave grease and attract dirt. Suede. Brush dry in the direction of the nap. Leather. Condition a thin layer and remove excess with microfiber. Well cared for leather maintains vivid color and intact texture, therefore creating the illusion that you are always debuting new shoes. The cobbler comes in when the worn outsole breaks the clean line that defines real luxury. Well-maintained shoes change your posture and even the sound of your steps. Now you know that the perfect nude is not a universal shade that works for everyone. It is your personal tone that speaks to your skin like an old friend. You discovered that a low shoe vamp creates a visual arrow that lengthens your legs better than any social media filter, and that the color column is pure mathematics applied to elegance: dark denim with navy shoes, beige pants with sand mules. But here is the truth that no one tells you. Elegance does not happen by accident. It is built with intelligent choices, one at a time. Every shoe you put on your feet is a silent declaration about who you are and how you see yourself in the world. The difference between looking sloppy and looking sophisticated is in the details we learned today: the exact nude, the veto, harmonious colors, fewer logos, more care. These small decisions create great transformations. Write your undertone, cool, warm, or neutral, and the pair you will try, for example, navy plus dark denim. Here is a 7-day plan for you to use. Day 1. Nude of your undertone with a skirt. Day 2. Navy with dark denim. Day 3. Dark column with black tights. Day 4. Off-white plus nude. Day 5. Gray and blue plaid plus navy. Day 6. Graphite pants plus graphite shoes. Day 7. Cinnamon brown plus caramel. Test today and comment the result, the day number of the plan plus the combination. Your report helps other women choose well. If this video changed the way you look at your shoes, leave your like so that more women discover these secrets. Subscribe to the channel because elegance is a journey, not a destination, and I will be here for every step of the way. Your feet deserve this transformation. You deserve to feel tall, confident, and elegant every day. Because real beauty does not shout. It whispers with such sophistication that the entire world stops to listen.